Hey, my beautiful friends. Happy Saturday. How are you guys doing this evening? Are you all relaxing like I am? It has been a long day. Can y'all see like my wet spot from the puppy? Daddy has puppy duty right now. So I figured this is my time to get in here and actually come live. So say hello when you guys hop on. Hey, Miss Ray. So we're going to talk about 3 reasons why you should be exfoliating. And I'm going to tell you about 3 different types of exfoliation as well. So tonight, I actually was going to go ahead and do my exfoliation because you're supposed to exfoliate twice a week, y'all. But I'm going to show you 3 different types of exfoliation. And the first reason that you want to exfoliate. Hey, Miss Renee, how are you? You guys say hello. What's everybody doing tonight? Y'all relaxing? It has been cold here and I have just been chilling out. I've been working in the office and getting stuff done. I'm telling you guys, I have been absolutely exhausted with this puppy duty. She is such a sweetheart, but oh my gosh, I am so tired. So this is kind of like a little bit of my pampering tonight. So y'all should be exfoliating at least twice a week. And the reason why you want to exfoliate, number 1, is because as we age, our body naturally, our skin cells dry off, they die out, and they need to be fluffed off. As we're younger, that naturally happens more often, but as we get older, that process of our skin cells actually regenerating themselves slows down. So we have to help them out, okay? So it's gonna help to get all of that dry, dead skin off of your face. So if your skin looks flaky, most of the time it's going to be like right around here. Throw me up some hearts if y'all know what I'm talking about. We're right in the middle of, winter. It's February. It's cold. It has been super, super cold here. How cold has it been where you guys are at? Ray, I don't know how cold it is there. I've heard a couple people say that it's been kind of crummy there in Maryland. Renee, I'm not sure where you're at, but, this cold weather, our skin gets dried out. We're inside. We have gas heat in our house ourselves. So, my skin gets extra dry during this time of year, not just from the weather outside, but from the actual humidity and stuff inside the house. You're in Ohio. What's the weather like there? Because I know it's been really, really crummy here. So the cold weather, being out in the elements, that's going to actually dry your skin out. As we age, a lot of times our skin will get drier as well. And then the regeneration of our skin cells doesn't happen as quickly. So it's going to cause your skin to look kind of textured. Usually where I notice it the most is through my forehead. Where do you guys notice? Do you guys feel any, where do you guys get the most dry during the winter at? Usually mine is right here in my forehead. That's where I'll notice it the most. Sometimes it's right around cold and snow. Yuck. But my dryness is usually through here and then even maybe a little bit on my chin. Those are usually my dry areas, but my forehead has a tendency to get the worst of all of it. So when you have that dry, dead skin and you're not exfoliating as often, you'll start feeling textured through your skin. Your makeup application won't go on as smooth. And then you'll actually even have more of a dull appearance on your skin. So those are a few of the reasons why you want to exfoliate. You exfoliate at least twice a week, which are actually expose new skin cells. it will help even out the texture, and it will also give you a smoother appearance on your makeup application as well. Because wherever you're dry, your foundation, when you apply that, is going to grab to that area. And it's usually going to show up wherever that dryness actually is, okay? So there's actually a couple of different types of exfoliation, and I rotate depending on how my skin is actually doing. I am going to use this tonight. This is one of my absolute favorites. This is the green toner pads. They actually are a chemical exfoliant. So that is the first type of exfoliation that you can actually use. This has lactic acid and witch hazel in it. The lactic acid actually helps to gently exfoliate and even out uneven skin tone. Now, I've already washed my face. I did that earlier. So these pads actually have a little bit of, they already have the witch hazel and lactic acid on them. So I've already washed my face. So I'm just going to take them and go through here. I should have started on one side so you can actually see. So this is going to gently, with that lactic acid and that witch hazel, it's going to chemically exfoliate that dry, dead skin. Okay, now if you're using something like the green toner pads, y'all, biggest thing with this, I know if you're one of my customers and you got these, they gave these as a free gift last month. And if you got these, most people, when you think of toner pads, you just think of toners. But because these are a chemical exfoliation, after you cleanse your face, you only use these just like a regular mask twice a week, okay? And I actually only use them about twice a month because I use my other exfoliants as well. So I only use these about every other week. So it's about maybe 3 to 4 times a month that I end up using these, okay? So the lactic acid actually on here, it helps to gently exfoliate. It evens out the dull skin. The witch hazel will help, like I have a few breakouts. That witch hazel is actually going to help the breakouts as well. Excuse me, guys. But whatever you have left on here, you can actually apply this to your hands as well, because our hands age and they get that dry, dull skin as well. And this will actually help your hands as well, y'all. So I don't know if you guys can see the difference here. This one is still pretty dry. This actually exfoliates this. So this is the first type of exfoliation that you can use. When you use a chemical exfoliation, you want to apply it, but then you want to let it sit for 10 to 15 minutes, guys. You don't want to actually put any products on after you get done using your lactic acid, because it's going to continue to actually work. All right. So these actually make your face feel very, very refreshed, but you also only want to do these at nighttime, y'all, because since they are a chemical exfoliant, so if you're using any kind of chemical exfoliant, the best time to use these are at nighttime, okay? Cycle them with your other exfoliations, and you want to make sure to use them at nighttime because of them being a chemical exfoliant. They actually are going to expose new skin. They're going to continue to work for about 10 to 15 minutes, but they are going to make you more susceptible to the sun, okay? So that is why when you use these, using them at nighttime is your best bet. So if you're using a lactic acid or anything as a chemical exfoliant, nighttime is the best time to do that because you're not going to have that sun exposure, All right. So that is the first way to chemically exfoliate. It's going to get off all the dry, dead skin. It's going to help brighten up your skin as well. The witch hazel that's in this particular one helps with blemishes, and then the lactic acid helps to even out any skin tone, so it makes it nice and brighter and smoother. Okay, there's two other types of exfoliation, and I kind of rotate mine. So my most used exfoliation that I use on a regular basis is my skin polish. This is a like scrub. It's actually hobaya beads and lemon. So it's a hydrating scrub mask. So you can use this as a scrub. You can use this as a mask. So if you just want to, hey, Miss Linda, when you guys hop on, say hello. But this is the second type of exfoliation. This is the one that I use most often because I can use this as a scrub when it's my time to exfoliate. So I am doing really good. How are you, sweetheart? So, this is my like go-to on a regular basis for my exfoliation. And it's actually my favorite because it does hydrate my skin while it's exfoliating. And biggest thing that makes it different. Okay, you've got your chemical exfoliation, right, guys? This one does have hobaya beads in it, but they're a natural fruit wax. So they are going to exfoliate by that scrubbing motion, but because these are hobaya beads, they are very, very gentle on your skin, okay? So they're not harsh like an apricot or walnut. And if you have a tendency to have more blemish-prone skin, you want to veer away from anything that is very harsh on your skin, okay? So like I have a few blemishes because I'm doing the hormonal thing right now. So you want to be very, very careful about anything that is very, very harsh. You know, apricot, anything that's very, very gritty, because if you do have a tendency or have some blemishes at the time, it will actually cause micro tears in your skin and can actually make your blemishes even worse. So if you're going to use a scrub, make sure that it is some kind of gentle scrub that is going to exfoliate, but it's not going to scratch the surface of your skin, okay? So this is my most used. I use this twice a week. I've always done it on Wednesdays and Sundays. I've always called it my Jesus days. I've done it for probably 30 years on those days, so I've just been in that routine and habit of doing my exfoliation on those days. One of the reasons I love this one so much is because when I don't have time to use it as a mask and wait for 10 to 15 minutes, I can actually mix it with my cleanser and do it all in the shower and be done. So I can use this particular one as a scrub or as a mask. So you have chemical exfoliations, so they're not going to be harsh on your skin, but you do have to be very careful about getting out in the sun. So that is the difference there with your chemical exfoliation. And then you have to wait for them to apply any other products. All right. The scrubs, make sure that they're not anything that is going to cause micro tears into your skin, especially if you have blemish prone skin. All right. And then the other type of exfoliation is actually a clay-based exfoliation. All right. And I actually use this basically occasionally. All right. So this is my go-to, is my scrub that's a hydration and gentle exfoliation. This is my go-to all the time. And then when I do have those hormonal breakouts, I will use a clay-based mask, because what a clay-based mask or clay-based exfoliation, hey Betty, what they actually do is detox the skin. So they're going to exfoliate by actually pulling things out of the skin. Like I have a few blemishes blemishes because my hormones are acting all up, you can spot treat with a clay-based mask like this one. These don't have any harsh chemicals in them, so I can actually leave this on overnight, is one of the reasons I love this one. So I will cycle through all of my different types of exfoliation depending on what I need at the time. So the clay-based mask actually has Montana clay, and it also has tea tree oil in it. Hey, Miss Kathy. So when I'm like breaking out, I will use this to spot treat. So that exfoliation will help detox the skin. The tea tree oil actually helps to decrease the inflammation and bring anything out of any blemishes that I might have. A lot of times, if you have any hormonal acne, especially after you get past a certain age, it's not usually like from oils and things. It's usually because of stress or medication changes, those kind of things. I love using this one just because I can leave it on overnight and it'll actually decrease any blemishes that I have. So those are the 3 different types of exfoliation. Depending on your skin type, everybody needs to exfoliate at least twice a week. Depending on your skin type is the type of exfoliation that you will need, okay? Again, the one that I started out with that I already used on my skin is a chemical exfoliation. These are the green toner pads. They have lactic acid and witch hazel in them. I only use those about every other week because they actually do chemically exfoliate your skin. So it's going to help even out the dullness of your skin. It's going to help even out all the dry dullness of your skin. But these only should be used, if you're using a chemical exfoliation, only in the evening because it makes you more susceptible to sun, okay? So it's going to expose newer, softer skin. So if you're outside without any sun protection at all, these can actually increase your chances of getting some damage. So they're best to only be used at nighttime when you're using a chemical exfoliation. The skin polish is a scrub mask. Like I said, this is my go-to all the time because I can mix it up. I can get that exfoliation, get the dry, dead skin cells off. It also hydrates at the same time, and I can mix it up and use it as a scrub or as a mask and leave it on for about 10 to 15 minutes, depending on what my schedule is like at the time. So if you have this skin polish is something that can be used by just about everybody. Biggest thing you want to remember with scrubs, just like I told you about chemical exfoliations, you have to be aware of sun exposure. With scrubs, you have to be careful of harsh products that are in them, okay? So if you have any kind of blemishes, anything like that, you want to be careful of scrubs that have anything that are very, very abrasive because they can actually make any blemishes that you have break out more. They can actually cause micro tears to your skin. So you want to be very, very careful about certain scrubs, especially if you have any kind of blemish activity going on. And then if you do have very, very oily skin, or if you do have a lot of blemishes, then you're better off to go with a clay-based exfoliant that is going to help pull out everything and help with any blemishes that you have. So you have a chemical exfoliation, you have a scrub mask type exfoliation, and then you have a clay-based exfoliation. So depending on your skin type is where you should actually fall on your exfoliation, but it always should be twice a week, okay? So just remember those couple of different things like that. If you are using a chemical exfoliation, I will get with you when we get back. Sounds great, Betty. But with the chemical exfoliation, besides the sunscreen, guys, you want to make sure that you actually give your skin time to exfoliate. So 10 to 15 minutes with a chemical exfoliation before you actually apply any other product, okay? This applies to any kind of product, not just Lime Life, but whether it is a scrub, whether it's a chemical, whether it's a clay-based. You can have any one of those type of exfoliations. Just depends on what your skin needs. And then you need to remember those different things. Like when it is a chemical exfoliation, it does make you more susceptible to sun. So make sure that you're doing those in the evening, and then also make sure that you're waiting before you apply any other products on there. All of these products actually are harsh chemical free, so they can kind of be interchanged depending on what your skin's doing at the time. My skin is crazy depending on when they actually start messing with my medication. So I love the fact that I can mix it up depending on what I need. And that's what most of our skin usually does, depending on the time of month, depending on the seasons. You need to check in with your skin and make sure you're using whatever your skin is needing at the time, okay? So that's just a couple of different things about exfoliation. You should be doing it twice a week, no matter what type of exfoliation it is. And then this time of year, lip exfoliation is very, very important, you guys. This is just a nice sugar scrub for your lips, because when it's all dry and nasty outside and your lips get very, very dry, I don't know about y'all, but I have a bad habit of chewing on my lips. And when I chew on my lips, I actually make my lips a whole lot worse. So it'll actually cause your lipstick to also not be even. We talked about how exfoliation on the face makes your foundation and stuff not look as even if you have a lot of dry, dead skin on your face. Same goes with your lips, guys. Make sure you're exfoliating your lips, because it's going to make your lipstick stay on longer. It's going to make it a lot smoother. It's also going to keep you, if you're like me, from biting and making it worse if you do have dry, chapped skin. And if you're using any kind of lip exfoliation, about twice a week is all you need on that as well, okay? This is actually a free gift with purchase this month, so you can actually snag this lip scrub for free if you purchase at least $100 or more. So that is actually free. So I'm going to get this off. And then I'm going to do the rest of my product up in here, because I finally got in one of my absolute favorite products, y'all. My I Believe just came in, and I love, love, love this stuff. And I'm about to actually put the wrong thing on my eyes. That would not be cool. I got my lip mask in my hand. So this is the I Believe. It actually has melon extract in it, y'all. And it actually relaxes the fine lines and wrinkles around your eye area, y'all. This is sold out like 3 times since we launched this, because it actually is been 100% effective in clinical trials, y'all. So everybody that went through the clinical trials, hey, Miss Donna, it has actually, like, I'm serious, I'm going to do one eye so you guys can see. But this works not just around your eye area, y'all, for those fine lines and wrinkles, and also for any puffiness that you have. This also will work on those number 11s through here, because that melon extract that is in here, this also has alfalfa and celery in it. It's going to help relax those muscles that are actually in your skin. So, and I've already waited for about 10 to 15 minutes to do my chemical exfoliation, so I can actually put this on now. So check this out, it's starting to dry. But this is so, I love this stuff. I was like dying over here because I could not get this in fast enough. And it's actually sold out right now. The only way that you can get this is by becoming a beauty guide this month. This actually comes for free. So you guys get all this, which is awesome. But when you're doing around your eye area, you want to make sure that you are using your ring finger, y'all. That is the weakest finger on your hand. So it's going to cause less pressure around your eye area. So make sure that you're using that ring finger whenever you're putting any kind of products around your eye area, okay? Because that is the weakest finger on your hands. Y'all remember playing that game when we were kids, right? That was like the hardest finger to actually hold up by itself. And that is because it's the weakest finger. So even those little smile lines, y'all, you can apply this to the smile lines. It's going to help relax this. All right, so I have got that on. And that is my I believe, y'all. Let me tell you, this stuff works. And then I'm going to add in the rest of my skincare here. Normally I do my Sotox and my One Drop Wonder, which is my Botox in a bottle. It lightens, tightens, and brightens. But I have been using my Green Smoothie Moisturizer. And let me tell y'all, this stuff is the bomb. It is so moisturizing. It helps the fine lines and wrinkles. And biggest thing you want to remember as well, y'all, always go up and out. Always up and out. Okay. Hey, Miss Carrie. So ring finger around your eye area, always up and out. Gravity pulls down, y'all. So always go up and out when you're doing your skincare. All right. Because gravity already pulls enough down. All right. So up and out, ring fingers around your eye area. Make sure that you, hello, my friend. And then make sure if you're using chemical exfoliation, stay out of the sun. Use those at nighttime. You're still going to use those twice a week if you use a chemical exfoliation, y'all. If you use a scrub, make sure that it is a gentle scrub. It doesn't have anything abrasive in it, especially if you have some kind of blemishes at all, because it'll actually cause micro tears. And then, guys, you can also use a clay-based mask, which is actually going to exfoliate by drawing everything out. So depending on your skin type, would be the type of exfoliation that you need. If you're not sure what your skin type is, you can actually go take my skincare quiz, which is on my link here, and it'll take you right to the skincare quiz. You just answer a couple of questions and then we'll be able to figure out exactly what type of skin that you have. And then I can give you some suggestions from there if you're not 100% sure what you should be using, okay? I'm here to help you guys. If you have questions, you can drop them in the comments or you can actually message me. You know, I'm here to help you. Does not matter to me if you're using Lime Life or not. My job here is to help you and help you find whatever is going to work for you. So if you have questions on what do I use for this, or how do I do this, or how do I know what skin type I need for what, then either drop a comment here and I'll get with you, or you can jump in my DMs and I'll have a conversation with you and I'll help you out, okay? If you do want to take that skincare quiz, just go to the link and it'll take you right to the list of different quizzes there, and just find the one that says skincare quiz, and we'll be able to find out just by you answering a couple of questions exactly what type of skin that you have. All right, so I hope you all have a great evening. I hope you guys got some value from this. If you did, make sure that you hit that share button and share that with your friends there, because a lot of people aren't aware of some of the things with the chemical exfoliation, y'all, that that you need to be aware of. I mean, they're great, but you just need to keep in mind about the sun, being out in the sun, making sure not to put any other products on for about 10 to 15 minutes. And guys, whatever you do to your face, you can also be doing those to your hands, y'all. So use any leftover product or residual product that you're using for your moisturizer, anything like that. Just take it on down your chest area, your neck area, and your hands, guys. Your hands age too. So I hope you all have a wonderful night. Stay warm. If you do have any questions, please make sure that you drop them in the comments or message me, and I will be happy to help you. Love y'all. Have a great night.